to do that, right? And right. All right. For that, I'm gonna go to my text editor, right? And I'm gonna organize this code a little bit so that it's easier to read. All right. So the HTML provides headers or heading text, right? That ranges from H1 to all the way to H6, right? H1 being the most important title, most biggest heading of all, and which also means that it has the biggest font, right? So you say H1 this way, right? It'll have a giant font on your web browser. Well, not that big, relatively big, like this, right? It's huge, right? Also notice is that it gets a little bit of margin on the top and the bottom, right? To indicate it's a separate entity on your HTML. So I don't need to have that big of a title, so let me change that to H3, right? H1 being the biggest and H6 being the smallest. Right? So I'm gonna change that to introduction. Okay, so I want to break down my big, giant, this, I don't know what it is, into different paragraphs, right? So how do you turn text into paragraphs? It's pretty simple, right? So like all the other text, right? You have a paragraph tag, right? It's just a p tag. So you start a paragraph with a p tag, right? And you end it with a p tag. Where should I end? Wait, no, that's not good. Is that? So I'm going to make this one into one paragraph, and that paragraph ends here, and another paragraph starts here and ends here. All right, and I also want to center this thing, right? Hello, my name is Eric, in the middle. So intuitively, it's a center tag, right? So you surround the things that you want to center around center tags, right? So you surround that with center tags. Yep.
If you want to have spaces between paragraphs, is that 2 paragraphs?
So one very good thing about using paragraph tag is that it recognizes it as a paragraph and it gives a margin at the bottom, so you get a space in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seemed to already, at least in Chrome, already recognize that whatever came after the heading was a new paragraph. Because it brought it was already aligned down.
Wait, 2 different paragraphs?
Yeah, without the paragraph tag, right after the heading, it showed up on different lines.
Heading with the margin on it anyways.
Yeah.
Like I said, each browser processes things differently. So you just need to play around with it. Yes.
Are there specific text editors or cases where you don't need to use the paragraph tag for it to recognize that there's space, like spacing between your lines in your code is going to register as a space on the screen?
So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the space issues, but in a strict sense, HTML does not recognize any space other than just one space between. All right, so I have 2 paragraphs now. Yes.
It ends for like 7 times. It shouldn't do anything but replace that space and show in the code, just break the line up, and it won't do anything in the browser, just to show people.
Okay, so like this, right? So even though you do that, right, on your web browser. If you render it, right, that equation will still be on the same line, right? So the space issues on your text editor doesn't really matter. Right, so now I have a heading called introduction, and I've centered that text one paragraph, and I have another paragraph down here, which looks a little more presentable. Okay. Alright, so here's a summary, right? P tag indicates a paragraph, and center centers things, and H1 through H6 different types of headings, and here's your next task, right? Using the same text that you used before, now I want you to format it this particular way, right? Alright, so let's see the solution. Is that what you got? I have a paragraph tag over here, and I centered my code, or my equation over here, right? And that ends somewhere here, right? So that's my entirety of my chemical formula. And I have another paragraph tag starting here and ending here. That's a cool question.
What's your name? Jason.
So if you render this,
What?
you'll be able to get this, right? So there's one paragraph, there's my code, and there's another paragraph. Okay? Alright, but still this paragraph is a bit too long. And I want to break it down into several different lines. So let's see how we do that. Okay, so that was that. And okay, so we're gonna learn how to line break, right? And then how to space things, right? So give me a break. Alright, so let me go back to my text editor. Let me bring up my example 1, right? So I want to have a p tag around my paragraph, right? So that's my paragraph. Okay, so I want to have a line break for every single sentence, right? So that each sentence gets its own line. And the way to do it is by having a break tag, right? Which is BR, right? But BR does not surround any contents, right? Just like meta tag, you need to end it with a slash to indicate that it started and it ended there, right? Okay, so it's another end of a sentence. So I'm gonna say we are break. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna refresh, right? So here, hello, my name's Eric, and there's a line break. And then I have another sentence and a line break. know how to line break. Okay. Let's see. What if I have another paragraph, right? This is just another line, right? I'm gonna have a break here to separate those two paragraphs, just a little more. Alright, so I'm gonna have like 10 spaces over here. You know, I'm gonna have a couple of line breaks down there, right? What do you think is gonna happen?
Nothing.
Nothing, right?
Nothing.
Nada. Right, so if you render it on your web browser, it's just another line, right? It's all on one line. So, like I said before, right? HTML treats all of the white space as just one space, right? So it doesn't matter how many line breaks you have, how many spaces you have in between words. It's just gonna be one space, right? But okay, you know how to line break now, but spaces, that's whole another topic, right? Spacing issues in HTML is not that simple. So we're gonna cover that in our next workshop, so stay tuned, right? That means you need to come next time as well, right? Okay.
Whoa.
Go. Alright, so now, right, with the same code, I want you to, play with that break tag a little bit, right? And I want you to break here at the end of each sentence, right? Playing with HTML and with it, break, and YouTube, break, and that's the end of it. Alright, let's play around with it. See, that should be your solution, right? There should be a break here, should be a break over here, and there should be a break over here. And what you get on your web browser is this, right? So there's a break over here, break over there, and another break over here. Right? Moving on. Okay, so suppose, okay, so now I want to create lists, right? So that, I can number things, or what if you want to have the bullet points on your website, right? Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah.
Right? So let's learn how to do that, and I'll show you a simple tutorial. Okay, so the way to start a list, there are two different ways, right? So there is ordered list, which has numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is unordered list, which is just a bunch of bullet points, right? So I'm gonna show you both, okay? So I'm gonna start with the ordered list, which has numbers, okay? And the tag for that is OL, or ordered list, okay? And you end your tag with /OL, right? So between your ordered list tags, right, you need to have some items, right? List items. And it's intuitively enough LI for list item, right? LI. Say 1, and that particular item is ending here, sorry. And I have another one, list item 2, and that's ending here. Okay. Alright, so if I render that on my web browser, you should get that.